Today is not going to be a vlog. Today is going to be a pros and cons list to being a dance teacher. Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today is not going to be a vlog, however. Today is going to be a pros and cons list to being a dance teacher. So, the reason for making this video is for anyone looking to maybe get into teaching, or maybe you just started out, and these are just some things that I wish I had known before I started. Just so that I could, know what to expect when getting into it. Now going into, well, this is my third year teaching. I started teaching fresh out of high school. I graduated, and I just started teaching. And I'm going into my fourth year next year, and I just figured I'd share some of the things that I've learned, some of the good things, some of the bad things. Alright guys, so the first thing on the pros, I'll go over the pros first and then I'll do the cons. The first thing on the pros list is you get paid a decent amount per hour. So usually fresh out of high school you get paid minimum wage to like $10 an hour, somewhere in that range, depending on what kind of job you end up getting out of high school. A dance teacher minimum should be about $15 an hour. Between $15 and $20 an hour is a good starting rate for a teacher fresh out of high school. But as you get older, obviously you charge more. And when you compare what you make as a dance teacher compared to what you would have made at a minimum wage job, if you work all week, like Monday through Friday, you would make the equivalent of someone working minimum wage for 40 hours a week, and you would probably only work about 12. So that is a good thing. The second thing on the pros list is that you get to do what you love every single day. And starting out, that was my thing. I wanted to do what I loved. I wanted to continue on with my passion of dancing, and I was told that by a family friend. So someone I knew relatively well, that you really shouldn't do what you love every day because eventually you'll grow bored of it. Now I can tell you right now, going into my fourth year, I'm not bored of it. My love for dance has just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger, and my dedication to it has gotten stronger and stronger. Like, it hasn't gotten boring yet, and I don't see it getting boring anytime soon. And when if it ever does become boring, I'll stop and do something else. But for right now, that's on the pros list. I do what I love every single day, and the thing is, I've actually found a new love for teaching dance. I had a love for dance, I had a love for dancing, but now I have a love for teaching dance. I absolutely love what I do every single day of the week, and that's the most important thing to me, is that I do what I love and I do what makes me happy. So that is on the pros list. Alright guys, so number 3 on the pros list is developing relationships with new people all the time. Now, in order for this to be a good thing for you, you have to enjoy meeting new people and interacting with people. If you don't like people, you're probably not going to be too happy with this one. But meeting new parents, meeting new, fellow dance teachers, meeting new students, I enjoy meeting new people. I enjoy making new relationships, because relationships are one of the biggest priorities in my life. I enjoy having good, strong, healthy relationships with the people, and it comes first over everything. So that is on the pros list. Number 4 on the pros list for being a dance teacher is an opportunity to inspire younger dancers, a younger generation of people. There aren't many jobs that give you that opportunity. The only other one I can really think of is an actual teacher, like at a school. They have the opportunity to inspire younger generations of students. And as a dance teacher, I like to push my students. I like to encourage them to do as much as they can to be the best dancer that they can, to give the most energy, the best performance that they possibly can, and that is something that I enjoy doing. That's on the pros list. Number 5 on the pros list, you only work at night. And let me explain why. Because as a dance teacher, you can only work when your students are available. So during the weekdays, your students are only available after they finish school. So average school gets out around what, 2:30? So you're only working from like 3 p.m. to latest 10 p.m. at night. Number 6 on the pros list is you get to watch your creativity come to life on stage. Now, going from dancer to teacher, it's a feeling that kind of hits you by surprise the first time. It isn't a feeling that I've ever had before I taught, is actually getting to watch what you made on stage. It's a great thing, especially when your students work so hard to execute it so well, and then you watch it and you're like, wow, like, that's awesome. Like, I can't describe the feeling, especially when it goes really, really well on stage. It's just an awesome feeling that you only get from teaching dance. You only get from, you know, choreographing something and putting it on stage. And then, I mean, when they do well, when they score well, like, that's even better. Like, it's just, it makes it that much better, and it's an awesome feeling. So pros list. Number 7, our final thing on the pros list, is you get a lot of your summer off. I mean, essentially, you get spring break off, you get the little fall break off, you get Christmas break off. You essentially have the same schedule as a school teacher, because when the students are in school, that's usually when they have dance class. That's usually, like, the schedules line up. Now you do, I mean, depending on what your studio does, you do have nationals, you do have summer intensives, you do have stuff like that. But you will have a lot of free time off in the summer if this is what you do full time. Now keep in mind, this is coming from me, who only teaches dance. Like, I don't do anything else besides teach dance and make these vlogs. That is my life. Like, that's all I do. So coming from that experience, you will have a lot of your summer off, which is an amazing thing, because I love going to the beach, I love the sun, I love the outdoors. So pros list for that one. Now, moving on to the cons list. These are the not so great things about teaching dance. Number 1 on the cons list, parents will have issues. Parents will have problems with things like where you put their kid in the dance, scheduling conflicts, costume conflicts, stuff like that. I mean, I know, obviously those kinds of things need to be dealt with, but it's just something that I was not expecting. Calling parents, talking to them about things that are not so fun. That's not something that I was told about before I started teaching dance. But now, going into my 4th year, I'm used to it. I'm used to it at this point. Parents will have issues, parents will have problems, and it is your job to deal with it, to fix the problem, and to be polite about it. Number 2 on the cons list, and this is something that I struggled with for the longest time. Like, my entire first year, I couldn't wrap my head around what was going on. But number 2 is that not all students will like you or your classes. There are some students that honestly just won't care. They don't, you know, they won't like you. They won't know, not everyone's gonna like you. You can't make everyone happy. That applies for life, and it also applies for dance teachers. Some kids just won't like your class. Deal with it. Number 3 on the cons list, there is a lot of work outside of the studio that you will not get paid for, such as picking music, editing the music, thinking about costumes, storylines for the dances. These things you will not get paid for, but that is why you have to love what you do, because the I'd say for every dance that you do, it's probably between an extra 10 to, I don't even know how you can measure that. Like, for every dance you do, how much time outside of the studio you spend working on it, because I've spent weeks working on concepts and storylines, and sometimes those things don't even come true. Like, it doesn't even come to fruition. You think about this huge elaborate storyline and then it doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of extra work. A lot of extra work that you won't get paid for, but that's just something that comes with the job. That's just part of it. So, I mean, obviously that's a negative, but again, you gotta love what you do. There has to be a reason for why you're doing it, or that stuff is just gonna turn you off. It's not gonna be fun if you don't love doing it. Like, I enjoy editing my music, I enjoy picking out songs, I enjoy thinking of storylines, I enjoy all of that stuff, so it's more of just a fun thing to do rather than work. I don't think of it as work, but it is part of your job that you're not getting paid for. Number 4 on the cons list. Now, again, this is not something that I mind, it's just something that I wish I was told beforehand. Competition weekends call for early mornings and late nights back to back to back, because now keep in mind, obviously I competed as a student, but I did not have to be there from beginning to end every single day. As a dance teacher, it is your job to be at the competition beginning to end, Friday to Sunday, because it is your students who are out there competing and they're putting in the work, and you need to be there to support them, to inspire them, to push them to do their best on stage. Number 5 on the cons list. Sometimes it will get stressful. You will be stressed out. This is not something that I planned for, but something that is very obvious now. You will get stressed out when it comes to, there are dates that things need to be ready by. It has worked out every single time for me in the past that I get everything done, but I always stress. But however, the stress is what pushes me to get things done faster. You will be stressed out. It's a stressful job. I'm telling you right now, it's a stressful job. No matter how much you think that it is not stressful, it is stressful. There will be stress, there will be drama, there will be all this stuff. But at the end of the day, you get to do what you love. Now, remember how on the pros list I said that thing about summer where you have a bunch of time off? Yep, well, it's on the cons list too, because you do not get paid for that time off. You will have to find other stuff to do in the summer for money, or do what I do, save up enough money and budget it. I save up a couple $1,000s every year for summer so that I don't have to work in the summer as much as I need to. I mean, things that you can do as a dance teacher to make money if you still don't want to get a summer job, like yours truly. I can't work a normal job. I tried it so many times, Dunkin' Donuts, UPS, I can't do it. I can't do it. It doesn't last. It's too much. I can't work for that little bit of money and do something that I hate doing. It just doesn't compute for me. So something that I do is I schedule classes at other studios as a guest choreographer, guest teacher. Alright guys, so that concludes today's video, the pros and cons list for being a dance teacher, whether it be full-time or part-time, maybe it's just your hobby. Those are things to think about if you're just getting into it. Like always, if you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button for more, and like always guys, until next time, peace out.